Have you ever felt like the universe is trying to tell you something? Like there's a secret message floating just out of reach? Well, hold on to your hats, because what I'm about to tell you might just blow your mind. Your spirit guides, yes, those invisible helpers we've all heard about. They've been working overtime trying to get your attention. And the reason? It's bigger than you could ever imagine. Think about it. Those gut feelings you get, the random thoughts that pop into your head, even those weird coincidences that make you do a double take. What if I told you that none of that is random? What if it's all part of a grand plan, a cosmic message that's been tailored just for you? Now I know what you're thinking. Spirit guides? Really? Isn't that just some new age mumbo-jumbo? But stick with me here, because by the end of this video, you might just change your mind. In fact, you might start seeing the world in a whole new light. Let's talk about those times when life seems to be playing a cruel joke on you. You know the ones I'm talking about. The days when you oversleep, spill coffee on your favorite shirt, and then get stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. Or maybe it's something bigger, like losing out on that dream job, or having a relationship fall apart just when you thought everything was perfect. Most people chalk it up to bad luck. They shrug their shoulders and say, "That's just life." But what if there's more to it? What if these seeming setbacks are actually part of a bigger picture that we can't see yet? Here's the kicker. Your spirit guides might be orchestrating these events. Now, before you roll your eyes and click away, hear me out. These aren't random acts of celestial mischief. There's a purpose behind it all, and it's far more profound than you might think. Your spirit guides aren't trying to make your life difficult. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They're trying to steer you towards something amazing, something that aligns perfectly with your true purpose in life. But here's the catch. Sometimes the path to our greatest happiness isn't always smooth sailing. All right, are you ready for this? Because what I'm about to share with you is pretty mind-blowing. Your spirit guides have been working tirelessly, pulling strings behind the scenes of your life, all to deliver one crucial message. And that message is this: you are capable of so much more than you realize. Now, I know that might not sound earth-shattering at first, but think about it for a moment. How many times have you held yourself back because you didn't think you were good enough? How often have you settled for less because you didn't believe you deserved more? Your spirit guides see the real you, the powerful, amazing, limitless you that exists beneath all those layers of self-doubt and fear. And they've been trying to help you see it too. Those moments of inspiration that seem to come out of nowhere, that's them. The sudden urge to try something new, yep, that's their handiwork too. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember those setbacks we talked about earlier? Those moments when it feels like the universe is conspiring against you? Well, hold on to your seats, because this might just turn your world upside down. Those obstacles aren't there to hold you back. They're there to push you forward. Your spirit guides sometimes need to shake things up in your life to get you moving in the right direction. It's like they're saying, "Hey, wake up." There's something better waiting for you, but you need to step out of your comfort zone to find it. Think about it. How many times has a seeming disaster turned into a blessing in disguise? Maybe you lost a job, only to find a much better one later, or a relationship ended, making way for you to meet your true soulmate. These aren't coincidences. They're part of the plan your spirit guides have for you. But why go to all this trouble? Why not just send us a clear message? Well, that's where things get really interesting. You see, your spirit guides know that the most powerful lessons are the ones we learn for ourselves. They can guide us, nudge us in the right direction, but ultimately, we need to make the choices and take the actions that will lead us to our best lives. It's like they're setting up a giant cosmic treasure hunt. The clues are all around us, hidden in the everyday moments of our lives. A chance encounter with a stranger, a book that catches your eye in a store window, even a song that comes on the radio at just the right moment, these could all be breadcrumbs leading you towards your true path. But here's the really exciting part. Once you start paying attention to these signs, once you start trusting in the guidance of your spirit guides, life starts to take on a whole new dimension. Suddenly, everything seems interconnected. You start to see patterns where before there was only chaos. And most importantly, you start to feel a sense of purpose and direction that maybe you've been missing. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. If my spirit guides are so keen on helping me, why haven't I won the lottery yet? Well, that's not really how it works. Your guides aren't there to hand you success on a silver platter. They're there to help you grow, to help you become the best version of yourself. Sometimes that means letting you face challenges, because let's face it, it's through overcoming obstacles that we grow stronger. It's by facing our fears that we discover our true courage. Your spirit guides know this, and they're playing the long game. They're not just interested in your temporary happiness, they're invested in your long-term fulfillment and spiritual growth. But don't worry, they're not all about tough love. Your spirit guides are also there to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. That feeling of warmth and pride when you've accomplished something difficult? That's them, cheering you on from the sidelines. So, how can you start tapping into this wellspring of spiritual guidance? Well, the first step is simply to be open to it. Start paying attention to those little coincidences in your life. Notice when you get a sudden feeling or intuition about something. These could be messages from your guides. Another powerful way to connect with your spirit guides is through meditation. Now, I know meditation can seem intimidating if you've never tried it before, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Just find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for a few minutes each day. As you practice this, you might start to feel a sense of peace and connection that goes beyond your everyday awareness. This is the realm where your spirit guides can reach you most easily. You can also try talking to your guides. Yes, out loud. It might feel a bit silly at first, but remember, they're always listening. Tell them about your dreams, your fears, your questions. Then pay attention to any thoughts, feelings, or ideas that come to you in response. These could be answers from your guides. Now, here's something really important to remember. Your spirit guides will never tell you to do anything harmful or dangerous. If you ever feel like you're being guided to do something that doesn't feel right, trust your gut. That's not your spirit guides talking. That's something else entirely. Your spirit guides are all about love, growth, and positive change. They want to see you living your best life, fulfilling your potential, and spreading light in the world. Even when they guide you through challenging times, it's always with your highest good in mind. So, what's the real reason your spirit guides have been trying so hard to get your attention? It's simple, really. They see the incredible potential within you. They know the amazing things you're capable of achieving, and they want to help you unlock that potential. Your guides know that you have a unique purpose in this world. Maybe it's to create beautiful art that inspires others. Maybe it's to develop a groundbreaking scientific theory. Or maybe it's simply to be a loving parent or a loyal friend. Whatever your purpose is, it's important, and your spirit guides are here to help you fulfill it. But here's the thing. They can't do it for you. They can guide you, inspire you, even push you at times. But ultimately, you're the one who has to take action. You're the one who has to make the choices, face the fears, and do the work. This is why it's so important to start listening to your spirit guides. Because when you do, when you start following those nudges and acting on those intuitions, amazing things can happen. You might find yourself taking risks you never thought you'd take, pursuing dreams you'd almost forgotten about, or discovering talents you never knew you had. And as you do this, as you start aligning with your true purpose, you'll likely notice some pretty incredible changes in your life. Things might start falling into place more easily. Opportunities might appear out of nowhere. You might find yourself meeting just the right people at just the right time. This isn't magic or coincidence. It's what happens when you're in sync with your spirit guides, when you're following your true path. It's like the universe itself starts conspiring to help you succeed. But let's be real for a moment. This doesn't mean life will suddenly become all sunshine and rainbows. You'll still face challenges. You'll still have bad days. But the difference is, you'll start to see these challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. You'll start to trust that even when things seem tough, there's a reason for it, and something good will come out of it. And here's another amazing thing. As you start connecting with your own spirit guides and following your true path, you'll likely find that you start having a positive impact on others around you. Your energy will change. People might start coming to you for advice or support. You might find yourself inspiring others to pursue their dreams or face their fears. This is because we're all connected. When one of us starts to shine our light brighter, it illuminates the path for others. Your spirit guides know this. They know that by helping you fulfill your potential, they're not just changing your life, they're changing the world. So what do you say? Are you ready to start listening to your spirit guides? Are you ready to embark on this incredible journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth? Remember, your guides are always there, always ready to help. All you need to do is open yourself up to their guidance. Start paying attention to those little signs and synchronicities in your life. Trust your intuition, and most importantly, be willing to take action when you feel that inner nudge. Your spirit guides have been trying to tell you something important. They've been trying to show you just how amazing you truly are. They've been trying to guide you towards a life that's more fulfilling, more joyful, and more aligned with your true purpose than you ever thought possible. The question is, are you ready to listen? Are you ready to step into your power and become the person you were always meant to be? Because let me tell you, your spirit guides are ready. They've been ready for a long time. They're just waiting for you to take that first step. So go ahead, take a deep breath, and open yourself up to the guidance that's all around you. Your spirit guides are cheering you on, ready to help you create a life beyond your wildest dreams. The journey starts now. Are you ready? Now that we've uncovered the big secret your spirit guides have been trying to share, let's dive deeper into who these invisible helpers really are and how they work in our lives. Think of your spirit guides as your personal cheerleading squad from the other side. They're like wise, loving friends who have a bird's eye view of your life and are always looking out for your best interests. But here's the thing. Spirit guides aren't just there for the big moments. They're with you every step of the way through the ups and downs, the mundane and the extraordinary. That feeling you get when you're about to do something and a little voice in your head says, "Maybe this isn't such a good idea." That could be your spirit guide trying to steer you away from trouble. Or how about those times when you have a random thought to call an old friend, and it turns out they really needed to hear from you that day? Yep, that could be your guides at work too. They're constantly sending us little nudges and hints, trying to guide us towards our best path. But why can't they just tell us straight out what to do? Well, that's where free will comes in. Your spirit guides respect your right to make your own choices. They can suggest, hint, and nudge, but ultimately, the decision is always yours. It's like they're giving you the pieces of a puzzle, but you're the one who has to put it together. Now let's talk about something that might be a bit tough to swallow at first. Remember all those challenges and setbacks we mentioned earlier? The ones that make you want to throw your hands up and shout, "Why me?" Well, here's a mind-bending thought. What if those challenges are actually gifts in disguise? I know, it sounds crazy. How can losing a job or going through a breakup possibly be a gift? But stick with me here, because this is where things get really interesting. Your spirit guides sometimes need to shake things up in your life to get you moving in the right direction. It's like they're saying, "Hey, we know this is tough, but trust us. Something amazing is waiting for you on the other side of this challenge." Think back to a time in your life when something difficult happened. Maybe you lost a job you thought you loved. At the time, it probably felt like the end of the world. But looking back now, can you see how it led you to something better? Maybe it pushed you to finally start that business you'd been dreaming about. Or it led you to a new job that's much more fulfilling. That's the kind of long-term vision your spirit guides have. They can see the bigger picture, the one we often can't see when we're in the middle of a tough situation. They know that sometimes we need to go through difficult times to grow, to learn, and to become the person we're meant to be. But here's the really important part. Your spirit guides aren't throwing these challenges at you just for the heck of it. They're not sitting up there thinking, "Let's see how much this person can handle." No, they're carefully orchestrating events to help you learn, grow, and ultimately to guide you towards your true purpose. Now that we understand a bit more about how spirit guides work, let's talk about how they communicate with us. Because believe it or not, they're sending us messages all the time. We just need to learn how to listen. First off, let's talk about intuition. You know that gut feeling you get sometimes? That little voice in your head that says, "Go for it," or maybe think twice about this. That's often your spirit guides talking to you. They communicate through our intuition, sending us little hints and nudges to guide us in the right direction. But they don't stop there. Spirit guides are creative, and they use all sorts of methods to get our attention. Ever had a song pop into your head out of nowhere, and the lyrics just happened to be exactly what you needed to hear that day? Or maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look, on clocks, license plates, receipts. These aren't just coincidences. They're often messages from your guides. Dreams are another big way spirit guides communicate with us. Have you ever had a dream that felt super real, like it was trying to tell you something? Pay attention to those dreams. They might be your guides sending you important messages, while your conscious mind is asleep and more open to receiving them. Now here's where it gets really cool. Your spirit guides know you better than anyone else. They know what kind of signs you'll notice, what will catch your attention, so they tailor their messages specifically for you. Maybe you're a nature lover, so they'll use animals or plants to send you signs. Or if you're more of a bookworm, you might find yourself randomly opening books to exactly the page you needed to read. The key is to start paying attention. Notice the little coincidences in your life. The more you acknowledge these signs, the more you'll start to see them. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. At first, you might just hear static, but as you fine-tune the dial, the message becomes clearer and clearer. But remember, these messages aren't always going to be big, dramatic signs. More often than not, they're subtle. A gentle nudge here, a quiet whisper there. Your guides aren't trying to take over your life or make decisions for you. They're just trying to point you in the right direction. And here's something really important to remember. Your spirit guides will never tell you to do anything harmful or dangerous. If you ever feel like you're being guided to do something that doesn't feel right, trust your gut. That's not your spirit guides talking. That's something else entirely. Your spirit guides are all about love, growth, and positive change. Even when they're guiding you through challenging times, it's always with your highest good in mind. They want to see you thriving, living your best life, and fulfilling your true potential. So, how can you start tapping into this guidance more consciously? Well, the first step is simply to be open to it. Start each day with an intention to notice the signs and messages around you. You might even want to ask your guides for help with specific things. Just say it out loud or in your head. Hey guides, I could really use some direction with this decision I'm trying to make. Can you send me a sign? Then pay attention. The answer might come in the form of a thought that pops into your head, a conversation you overhear, or even a billboard you drive past. The key is to trust your intuition. If something feels significant, it probably is. Another powerful way to connect with your spirit guides is through meditation. Now, I know meditation can seem intimidating if you've never tried it before, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Just find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for a few minutes each day. As you practice this, you might start to feel a sense of peace and connection that goes beyond your everyday awareness. This is the realm where your spirit guides can reach you most easily. You can also try keeping a journal of the signs and synchronicities you notice in your daily life. This not only helps you become more aware of the guidance you're receiving, but it also gives you a record to look back on. You might start to notice patterns or themes in the messages you're getting. Remember, connecting with your spirit guides is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't start seeing dramatic signs right away. Keep your heart and mind open, stay patient, and trust that your guides are always there, always working to help you, even when you can't see or feel them. The beauty of working with your spirit guides is that it can bring a sense of magic and wonder back into your everyday life. Suddenly, the world becomes full of potential messages and meaningful coincidences. It's like living in your own personal adventure story, where every day brings new clues and discoveries. But more than that, connecting with your spirit guides can give you a profound sense of support and guidance. No matter what challenges you're facing, you can take comfort in knowing that you're not alone. You have a team of wise, loving beings on your side, cheering you on and helping to steer you towards your best life. So, are you ready to start listening more closely to your spirit guides? Are you excited to uncover the hidden messages in your everyday life? Remember, your guides are always there, always ready to help. All you need to do is open yourself up to their guidance. Who knows what amazing adventures and opportunities await when you start following the breadcrumbs your spirit guides are leaving for you? Now that we've uncovered the hidden messages and the reasons behind life's ups and downs, let's talk about how you can actively connect with your spirit guides. This isn't some mystical, out-of-reach practice. It's something you can start doing right now, today, in the comfort of your own home. First things first, let's talk about creating a quiet space. Your spirit guides are always trying to communicate with you, but sometimes the noise of our busy lives can drown out their gentle whispers. So, find a spot where you can sit quietly for a few minutes each day. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A corner of your bedroom, a comfortable chair, or even a quiet spot in your backyard will do. Once you've found your spot, take a few deep breaths. Just focus on your breathing for a minute or two. This helps quiet your mind and opens you up to receiving guidance. As you sit there, simply state your intention to connect with your spirit guides. You can say something like, "I'm open to receiving guidance and support from my spirit guides." It's that simple. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Pay attention to any thoughts, feelings, or impressions that come to you. They might seem random at first, but trust that these could be messages from your guides. Maybe you suddenly think of a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Or perhaps you get a strong urge to try something new. These could be your guides, nudging you in a certain direction. Another powerful way to connect with your spirit guides is through writing. Grab a notebook and just start writing. Ask your guides a question, then write down whatever comes to mind without judging or editing. You might be surprised at the wisdom that flows through you. Remember, connecting with your spirit guides is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't feel an immediate dramatic connection. Keep at it, and you'll likely find that your ability to sense and understand your guides' messages grows stronger over time. All right, so you've started to connect with your spirit guides and you're beginning to recognize their messages. That's fantastic. But here's where the rubber really meets the road. Taking action on that guidance. You see, your spirit guides can send you all the signs and messages in the world, but if you don't act on them, nothing's going to change. It's like having a map to buried treasure, but never picking up a shovel to dig. The potential is there, but it's up to you to make it a reality. Now, I know taking action can be scary sometimes. Maybe your guides are nudging you towards a big change in your life, like switching careers or moving to a new city. It's normal to feel nervous about these things. But here's something to remember. Your spirit guides will never steer you wrong. They have your best interests at heart, always. So, how do you start taking action on spiritual guidance? Start small. If you're getting the nudge to be more creative, for example, you don't have to quit your job and become a full-time artist overnight. Maybe start by doodling for 10 minutes a day, or signing up for a local art class. Small steps can lead to big changes over time. As you start following your guide's nudges, you might notice something amazing happening. Doors start to open, opportunities appear. It's like the universe is conspiring to help you succeed. This is what happens when you align yourself with your true path. Things just start to flow. But here's an important thing to remember. Taking action doesn't always mean doing something big or dramatic. Sometimes the most powerful action you can take is to stay still, to be patient, to trust in the timing of things. Your spirit guides understand the bigger picture, and sometimes they might be asking you to wait because the perfect moment hasn't arrived yet. The key is to stay open, stay flexible, and most importantly, to trust. Trust in your guides, trust in the process, and trust in yourself. Remember, you and your guides are a team. They're there to support and guide you, but you're the one in the driver's seat of your life. As we wrap up our exploration of spirit guides and their hidden messages, let's talk about the bigger picture. Because connecting with your spirit guides isn't just about getting help with day-to-day decisions or navigating life's challenges. It's about embarking on a profound spiritual journey. When you start to tune in to the guidance of your spirit guides, you're opening yourself up to a whole new dimension of life. You start to see the interconnectedness of all things. You begin to understand that there's more to this world than what we can see with our physical eyes. This journey can be incredibly transformative. You might find yourself becoming more intuitive, more compassionate, more in tune with your true self. You might discover talents or passions you never knew you had. You might find a sense of purpose that fills your life with meaning and joy. But here's the thing. This journey is uniquely yours. Your path will not look like anyone else's because no one else has your exact combination of experiences, gifts, and purpose. So don't waste time comparing your journey to others. Instead, focus on your own growth, your own unfolding. As you continue on this path, remember to be patient with yourself. Spiritual growth isn't always a smooth upward trajectory. There will be times when you feel incredibly connected, when the guidance flows freely and everything seems clear. And there will be times when you feel lost, when the messages seem confusing or non-existent. This is all part of the journey. The challenges, the confusion, the moments of doubt. These are all opportunities for growth. They're chances to deepen your trust, to strengthen your connection, to learn and evolve. And here's something really beautiful to remember. As you grow and evolve, so does your relationship with your spirit guides. The more you open yourself up to their guidance, the clearer and stronger that guidance becomes. It's like fine-tuning a radio signal. The more you work at it, the clearer the broadcast becomes. So, there you have it. The real reason why your spirit guides have been trying to get your attention all this time. They see your incredible potential. They know the amazing things you're capable of. And they're here to help you unlock that potential and live your most fulfilling life. Remember, your spirit guides are always there, always ready to help. They're sending you messages through your intuition, through signs and synchronicities in your daily life, through your dreams. All you need to do is open yourself up to receiving their guidance. Start paying attention to those little nudges and coincidences. Trust your intuition. Take time each day to quiet your mind and connect with your guides. And most importantly, be willing to take action when you feel that inner push. Your spirit guides have been trying to tell you something important. They've been trying to show you just how amazing you truly are. They've been trying to guide you towards a life that's more fulfilling, more joyful, and more aligned with your true purpose than you ever thought possible. The journey of connecting with your spirit guides is a journey of self-discovery, of personal growth, of spiritual awakening. It's a journey that can transform your life in ways you never imagined. So, are you ready to listen more closely to your spirit guides? Are you excited to uncover the hidden messages in your everyday life? Are you prepared to step into your power and become the person you were always meant to be? Remember, your guides are cheering you on, ready to help you create a life beyond your wildest dreams. The journey starts now. All you have to do is take that first step. Trust in your guides. Trust in the process, and most importantly, trust in yourself. Your spirit guides believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself too. The adventure of a lifetime is waiting for you. Are you ready to begin?